Hi guys, this is me, Tony Bomboni, with my new contacts that I've been dying to get. And tell me what you think. Do they suit me? Are they better than the green ones I wore back in November in my cranial nerve exam? I'm just experimenting with new things, and I'm still waiting on my blonde hair to arrive, so just to let you know. And this video will be about an hour long. It's just another tingles, triggers festival, pretty much. And I brought back my favorite drink. You all can guess what it is. My video won't be based on this, of course. But once in a while you'll see me taking a sip, so. That's much better. Okay, so, I got a lot of great feedback on my last video, and I was using this feather to sage the tomb. So I thought I would bring it back for your relaxation needs. This was shipped to me from Arizona, and in case you misunderstood me from the poor British accent I used in that video, I said this was a barred turkey feather. And it comes from Arizona in the States. And it just came to me like this, and this was inside like some special white plastic packaging, and I just slowly took it out. And when I opened it, I was amazed with how big the feather was. It's just perfect. Perfect for smudging. So that's that. I like the fuzzy ends here of the feather. That's always my favorite part of any feather, really. And I just like gently touching my face with it, but not too much, because that's not what this is meant for. It's meant for wafting the smoke from the sage stick. You can use any type of feather. I know Heather Feather, see what I did there? She uses a raven feather. So, I just chose to use a turkey feather. You know? So, that's a trigger. And by the way, a lot of times you see me in my videos doing this. And that's because I use my phone to check the lens of my camera to see if it's still recording. So I have to like turn it back to the camera and see in the reflection of my phone if the camera is still recording. Because unfortunately, this camera doesn't have a front-facing camera. So I have to keep doing that once every 5 minutes or so. So I'm just going to gently rub your face with this feather. Excuse me, I'm burping from the Pepsi. I'm going to gently rub your forehead right here. And then I'm just going to gently whisper from ear to ear as I do this to your face. I'm just going to be panning, whispering ear to ear as I'm rubbing your face ever so gently with the feather. And my hands are very shaky, so I apologize in advance. I have some major tremors here, so I have a lot of problems that I'm hoping to get fixed one day. hope you're enjoying this session. Right now it's 95 degrees outside, and it's very warm, but you're gonna hear the air conditioner go off once in a while because of that. I hope my obnoxious eye color doesn't disturb your relaxation. And if it does, I'm sorry. Let me gently tap your face with a feather and make you fall asleep, or make you feel tingles all throughout your body. Starting from the head, traveling down the neck, all the way through the spine, as you feel deeper into a rested state. Did you like that? I love this feather so much. I'm trying not to damage it. It wasn't that cheap, but because of how large it is. Some people say they send out fake feathers and they're just really plastic. I don't think so, though. They feel like real feathers, and they just look plastic because the little threads of feathers are all connected together. They have to be like that, though, otherwise they can't fly. I love feathers because they're so gentle. Feathers are my favorite because of how gentle they are. Okay, now I'm going to show you my other Sage products. Okay, let me just reach it over. Give me a second, guys. Okay, this is the shell I also showed in my last video. And to be specific, it's called an abalone shell. Abalone or abalone, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. But look how pretty it is. Look how shiny the shell is. I was very fascinated with how shiny the shell was. It's made of purple and blue hues. On the back you see the stripes of color. So naturally made, so creatively formed by ocean waves, designed just to hold a smudge stick incense. And how precariously this was formed, with such a strange structuring. A mix of gray coloring just to make the perfect shell for saging. See little holes on the sides? It's amazing, This almost looks like fish scales. And there goes the air conditioner. mesmerizing to look at. It has a little tints of brown as well, as you can see here. It's so smooth yet so rough on the surface here. Bumpy areas and ridges, all carefully designed to perfection. And with this shell comes the abalone shell stand. It's like this, it's like a tripod. Makes some pretty nice sounds. It's just a very fragile form of wood. This is crafted out of. And these little things on the top are to hold the shell in place. So you do this, and it forms a tripod structure. So that way, it looks like this. You put it on any table, and you put that shell on top. That's how it works. As you move it around, it makes nice sounds. The shell, let me explain. You can use either these sage sticks, incense. This is the incense form. They come in smaller packaging. Just like this. Let me show you the one I already burned a little bit. In a smaller size like this. It's kind of falling apart, but this is the twine that's wrapped around. And just like this. And then you light the end and wait a few seconds and it'll just burn out on its own. So I do love the sounds though, because it is very crunchy. Light it up, and after it starts smoking, you can place it in the abalone shell, like so. The end should go near here, where there's a crevice, and the top should go near the spout here, so that the smoke goes through, and that's what the holes are kind of for, helps the smoke also travel through here and out through here. But, I mean, that's really the method I prefer to use. It kind of doesn't reach the end because I already burnt some of the tip off, but you get the point. And fits perfectly. It's about 6 inches in length. So that's how that works. So let me carefully place the sage back. You guys like this week's background. Not that I choose specific weeks to place a background in my video, it's just coincidence lately. So you don't have to stare at the same boring wall the larger version. Sage sticks. I have a couple here in this packaging. And they happen to have these little popping. I'm not gonna pop that again, that's way too loud. But let me pull out the sage already burned. This is the larger version. Still not very large. There are larger versions. This is happened to be the largest one I found. So, yes, it looks like a giant blunt. It's not that. It's just sage. And I believe they put other herbs in this, if I'm not mistaken, like rosemary, because it smells a lot like rosemary. But you do the same routine. You light the end, and more smoke will come out of this because it is larger. There are more sage sticks in here. So let me just roll this around in my hand while it makes nice crunchy noises. If any of you do ever buy this, it is very strong. It will smell up your whole house. I don't care how large your house is. It will smell up your whole house, trust me. It's happened. So yeah, I like the crunchiness of it. And just how soft it feels. I like that too. Yeah. This is California white sage. If any of you happen to wonder, give me a second because it is kind of a pain to put it back. So I have to put this down. Such a nice day today, but it is very hot. It's very difficult to put back when I try covering it so that the freshness won't go away. And now I made a big mess. Okay. And this will kind of make your fingers a little bit black. Okay, let me see if it's still going. Yes, okay. Happened so many times that my camera would shut off midway through and I would think I was recording the whole time. It's so gentle. Just let go of all your stress and worries and fears for the day. Because when you are here, you have nothing to worry about. Plastic. Okay, I have to be very gentle with this so I don't damage it. There we go. Let me take a swig. Just temporarily. using for this Triggers video. You remember this, right? It was in my Egyptian roleplay. Well, I'm going to open it. Oh, not yet. It's a surprise. Does that sound familiar to you? My scalp massage roleplay. I used this torn up sponge to make the sounds. It sounded like a scalp rub, so I just decided to use it. I'm just going to massage your head now, okay? Don't worry about a thing today. That's why you're here. Trying to reenact what I did. Yep, that's the thing I used for the scalp rub. That's it. I had to throw away my feathers. I used to use feathers for the scalp rub sound effect, but they were getting torn apart and they could hardly make sound anymore, so using a sponge now. Okay, the next trigger I have in my box of triggers is it chocolate? Can you guess what it is? It's liquid bronzer. I'm actually wearing some right now to contour my cheekbones. And I'm using some coloration on my skin because brown is the opposite of blue on the color scale, pretty much. So that makes your eyes pop even more. And that's why I have the brown background with the blue shirt. It's all planned out. Opposites attract. Sometimes. I love this sound. Just any lid opening and closing. I wonder what it would sound like to hear like 10 relaxing sounds at once. Like, would it be relaxing or would it be torturous? I need to test it out. I know like 10 different whisperings at once sound relaxing, but do 10 different sounds? That is the question, my friend. silly. So many sounds in one small container. Next, I have these two lip concealers I recently started to use. One is a pinkish color, another is a clear color. Right now I'm wearing the pinkish one. I wear the pinkish one during the day and the clear one during the night. And it just conditions your lips, does a better job than chapstick. I rarely wear chapstick now because of these two, so they're really a big help. I like changing my products that I use on my face, changing them up a bit, testing them, experimenting with new products, and I find the powder I use now is not so good with cameras, because when you use flash on a camera, a lot of times the powders will show up that you use on the face, but while recording, powder is okay. So it all depends on what type of powder you use, really. There's a lot to learn about makeup and whatever to make your face look natural as possible. You don't want to go too fake. That's not the goal, really. Because sometimes people who look a bit too fake look like they're not alive, like they're dead, like their face is just stuck, like you just got plastic surgery or something. And I'm not meaning to insult anyone. It's okay to get plastic surgery, depending on the conditions, but anything overdone is not good. So I mean, it's definitely not wrong to do, though. It's just, it doesn't look natural. That's what I'm trying to say. But I mean, everyone's different, and I support everyone for whatever decision they make. I love this lid opening. That's the color. And let me just get your finger and just put some. Bit on your lips. And it just conditions them, and it gives that glow, like a pink color. This is the clear one. Let me put some on the top, just to show you. You probably can't tell because I already have the pink one on, but it's not pink, it's just natural color. Well, both of these are natural colors, they're just, this is less radiant, I would say, but still very shiny. So, yeah. Let's see what's next. Yes. make you work for this one. Can you guess the sound? Something metallic? Maybe, maybe. Okay, fine, I'll show you. This is one of my 2 belts. I don't have many belts. This one's actually getting torn apart here. I wear this one less often because it's kind of large here, but it's a rotatable belt. It's very handy. This is a size 32/80. This is the smaller of the ones I have. And it has 7 areas of fitting. Me, of course, I have to choose the last one because my waist is pretty thin. So let me just show you how I wear this belt. And my foot's asleep, so I apologize. Probably can't see, but yeah, that's it. It's the belt. That's how it looks. It's pretty cool, I guess. I just brought it in this video because I like the sounds that it makes. So, kind of tingly. If I had a whole closet of belts, I could make a men's belt shop role play or something. Belt aisle in a store or something. There's just so many sounds and so many options you can pick from around the house that could make some really great tingly sounds. This is just one of them. And my other belt that I use is this one. It has this on the front cover. It is also a rotatable belt. And it has this little bulge here. So you could easily place your belt like so, just popping it in, and that's all you need to do really. You have to fit this snugly underneath, roll it in, and then just click it in so that the bulge goes through here. This one's a bit more loose. That's because this happens to be a size 34/85. So that's pretty much it with the belts. I just like the clicky clacky sounds. This is more difficult to take out, but in this box I have a bunch of stones and marbles. So I'm just going to make a few sounds with them and just show you my entire arrangement of stones. This first one is this nice white with gray. This is light brown and dark brown. This one's a white with gray crevices. This one is a flat, almost see-through, peachy color. This is a dull gray with a green hue. It's shiny, reflective, light and dark brown with a bunch of lines to it. This is all lime green and dark green crevice rock. This is a black and gray creviced stone. This is one of my favorites, purple with white waves. This one looks like a natural rock, just different shades of brown. Another white one with like a brown marking. Rosy peach. Looks almost like a quartz rock. This is a black and white one. Pretty simple, pretty small. This is a white one with gray crevicing. The gray looks like it has a bluish hue to it. Okay, this is a brown one and dark brown. This is a greenish looking rock, kind of see-through. By see-through I mean it lets a lot of light through. This is another favorite. It's a very hot pink rock with black crevices. Oh, they're gray crevices. There's the air conditioner again. It's brown with strange formations of cream color. Green, dark green, really with a bunch of spots. Dark brown, dark gray. It's like a peachy brown with dark brown markings. It's like a lemon brown with dark brown crevices. This is pinkish, very see-through with white tints. It's another brownish one with yellow. Purplish with gray lines. I apologize, I keep having to check the camera. This is a whitish with a golden brown markings all throughout. This is kind of a black color. This is another favorite, like a maroon red color with black spots. This looks like a fossil. Another brown, light brown, bunch of lines. This is another kind of see-through green. This looks like a black and gray fossil with shells inside it. This is totally fake, I think. It's like magnetic, reflective. This is a green with dark green. Bluish green, bunch of markings. This purplish brownish hue on the bottom, and this whitish hue on the top. And then there are a bunch of these tiny marbles. Teeny tiny marbles that look just so gorgeous when the light hits the surface. They look like a purple, blue, and gold color. Don't you think? I don't know if you can see. Then there's this, another fossily looking rock. And there's a shell here. This is actually not bought. I actually got this on a beach in Florida, and I was amazed at how pretty it looks with the spiraling here. And it's delectable features. I was so lucky to find this shell. And then this blue rock with just a bunch of black crevices. Then this black rock with a bunch of crevices. This baby blue with dark blue and white. This white with purple crevices. And finally, this green rock that some kid gave to me in 5th grade. I think this was from Poland. Okay. Awesome. So, now on to the final trigger. Let me just get a sip of Pepsi. I was going to say water. Okay. Now, as I mentioned in my live hangout, I was showing some things that I'm basically bringing back from any deleted videos. This, I forgot to show in the live hangout, so I'll show it now. It's the chessboard that I had in my chessboard tapping and scratching video. So I just kept doing this to the chessboard. All throughout. And I just kept tapping. And I made some sounds with it, with the pieces inside. Held together by magnetic pieces, and inside are the chess pieces. So I just like to play around with them. I was scratching this brown carpet here that comes with the chessboard. Just like running my nails along it and along the wood piece. And inside, let me take out the chess pieces. Okay, these different wooden chess pieces. This chess set is very old. Not so old, but it's, I think, at least 2 decades old. A decade and a half or 2, something like that. I don't quite remember. I don't know if I was born yet when my parents bought these. But like with the rocks, with close attention and demonstration, I'll tell you what each piece is. This is the queen. I call it the castle because of how the way the top is. I'm not good with names. Now this I know is the pawn. Right? This is I just call it the prince. I don't know what to call it. This is the horse. This is the king. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. It just comes in this color and this color. I like the sounds the chess pieces make. Just gonna go for about another 10 minutes and then I'll stop this video. Move the pieces. just to move myself here a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to open up the chessboard like this and just make some sounds. I love the sounds it makes when you tap away with the game pieces as you move from square to square, especially when you tilt the piece and move around. That's the best part. I'm going to try to place all pieces in balance. No particular order, just random. And don't worry, none of the pieces will fall, because if they do, I would have redone this video. Or at least this part of the video. Just that close attention, even if it hardly makes a sound, sometimes triggers my ASMR. This is a piece we use because one of the pieces we lost. Oh, that one fell, but it wasn't too loud. I was just trying to reach for more pieces. Let me fix that. There we go. By the way, this is harder than it looks. So don't judge. Balancing this with one hand and doing work on the other and stretching and reaching for the pieces are not that easy. One more. Perfection, sort of. There we go. Now I'm going to stop being a fool and put these down before I pass out. would sucked if the camera turned off. The challenges of an hour-long video. I'm just going to be putting them back now. I also like the sounds as you move them around. Place. And there you have it. The entire video with all the set of triggers I used, and the last of my Pepsi. There you go. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I just want to let you know that I host live hangouts every Friday, so for those of you who don't keep up with my scheduling, it's every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. So that's that, to let you guys keep updated with everything. So that means the next one would be on the 26th of July, just to let you know. Okay, and I think time is up. So again, thank you, and I hope you guys liked this video and had a good day and had a good time watching this. Bye.